Ladies and gentlemen, my dear Mavi community, it's Wednesday 9 p.m. Dubai time and welcome on today's call where you will find out more about the FinUp, about the trading strategies, and even more important, about all the updates about money-making machine that it's called the FinUp. We are speaking about millions of dollars of deposits inside of different kind of FinUp trading strategies, and the FinUp team behind the scenes, they are not slowing down. Even more important, ladies and gentlemen, everything is ready, everything is set. What is happening, what will happen in the future, in the near future. Even more important, today on today's call with me, Mr. Mustafa Kalik and our superstar, rockstar, Steve Jobs of trading, Mr. Sven will join us. Before I will pass my word to Mustafa, let me quickly guide you over the FinUp website. If you have visited the website in the past days, probably you have noticed that it was updated, it was refreshed, FIQs. So the team is working behind the scenes in order to give you all the necessary information. Even more important, to give you all the insights and transparency about the product name that is called the FinUp. Here on the website, you will find everything from our best partner, one of the biggest Binance link provider that is called Signally, Keris, Mr. Bart Bordaggio, the gentleman, the co-founder, and the guy who make things happening. And even more important, we are speaking about the gentlemen who are having a huge reputation in the blockchain and the crypto space. Bart, Mustafa, Abdul, the team is behind it. It's endless. And I like all these guys. They are working 24/7. If they are not working 24/7, we wake them up either in Bali or in Dubai. To be honest, we don't care. It's important that they are available with us all the time. And even more important, I will just give you a sneak peek. Something new. It's on the left side of the section. But this topic is for one and only Mr. Mustafa Kalik. Gentleman, sexy gentleman from Dubai, please tell us, Mr. Mustafa, what is new in the blockchain and the crypto space? I know that you had a lot of work in the previous week. Welcome on today's call. Mustafa, what's new for our audience today?
Hello, everybody. Thank you for having me again. And sorry I missed you guys last week. I was busy at some events trying to, extract as much information and tech that's going on in this space. It's ever-changing. Speaking of ever-changing, FinUp is always trying to keep up with the trends, bringing things for you exclusively and before everybody else gets them. So like Mr. Doman said, there's new things on the website, and I would be more than happy to show you guys what's going on, what's new, and how your lives are always constantly leveling up. So let me share my screen. Let me know when you see my screen. Okay, I think you should be able to see it now. Correct me if I'm wrong.
You are right, yeah. Mustafa. Yeah, now, perfect. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, so, this is obviously the dashboard of FinUp. This is where everything is on your dashboard. Like I've always discussed, you have your balances, what's trending on X, your Bitcoin chart, my trading allocations, which I'm allocated to, how I'm allocated, the volumes that's going on, news. This is like, you think of WeChat. WeChat is a one-stop shop in China. Everything is there. Your credit score, your maps, everything. FinUp is the WeChat of crypto. Everything is there for you. Now, you all have been very familiar with the big whale AI trading tools. Now there's some really cool stuff that's coming that we've been talking about, market signals. The tokenized assets, which I've been constantly telling you about, like, we're bringing tokenized gold, tokenized silver, tokenized real estate, Sharia compliant stuff. That's all coming very soon. FinUp have been working night and day to add that to the website, as well as trading indexes. That's also something else that I've been constantly talking to you guys about, where, for the people who get overwhelmed with too many decisions, they won't have to do that. They just come to the indexes. Everything is basketed for them. So there's a moderate, easy, and higher risk, and they can see which yield they prefer, and they can go with that. Nothing else has changed on the main page apart from that. That's what's new. So like I said, dashboard is like everything consolidated in one. You can come here, have a quick glance, what's happening, what's new, what's trending. So what's coming soon, the market signal, the tokenized assets, the trading indexes. That's going to be very exciting. They're going to be exclusively released for you guys first. That's always, you guys are always ahead of the curve. Overview is the usual, what's happening, what's the market caps, all of that. Now, there's something else we spoke about 2 weeks ago, which is going to make your life so much more easier. And I'm happy to, the official announcement is going to be done soon on Telegram, but I'm going to show you anyway. So you come to Portfolio Tracker whenever you want to deposit and withdraw. So this has just gone live now. You can come here and deposit. Now, usually you have to deposit from another crypto balance wallet, which is like, sometimes you don't really have one, or you have to source USDT. Now, you don't have to worry about that. You come here, you select USDT, you click on BNB Smart Chain Deposit. This button is going to get fixed. The devs right now working on it, just to have things live for you on this call. You click here. Give it a second to load. This is your QR code. If you have USDT sitting somewhere else, you can scan that and send it your way. If you don't, and you're thinking, how can I get USDT? Your life just got easier. You click this button, and you can buy directly with your debit card or your credit card. You choose the amount. Let's say I want to put in $200 or $200. It's going to do that. You agree with the terms. You click buy instantly. Double check that your wallet address here, recipient address, is the same as yours deposit address. I already checked mine, so I'm good to go. You click continue. It's going to open the MoonPay website. Now, MoonPay is one of the biggest on-ramp, off-ramp service providers. Just give it a second to load. And then once you're here, obviously you have to quickly do a sign up. It's a one-time sign up thing. You're going to do a quick KYC. I've not done mine yet, but it's a pretty self-explanatory process. You go there, click your email, you're going to sign up, and through SumSub, you can do a quick KYC. So again, let me run you back through this quick tutorial. You go here, deposit, Tether USDT, you click Binance Smart Chain, click that. Once your QR code shows up, you're going to go deposit crypto, and you choose the amount. And the fees are obviously it's very competitive. It's the best in the market you can get, but basically saves you the hassle of like trying to source USDT and figuring it out, because every country is different. Some countries is easier to get, some countries it's harder. But don't you worry, FinUp is always out there to make your lives easier. You can do it right here. Like I said, this is the one-stop shop. You come here and you can get everything done. So yeah, the team is always consistently working very hard. Now I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and happy to answer any more questions, Mr. Doman.
Of course, Mr. Mustafa. So the on-ramp solution, in order to fill all the FinUp accounts, it's already implemented, and they can start to use it. First question, what is the limit? Or is there any limit when people are putting the funds into their account?
I don't think there is any limit.
So based on the balance on the card, people can feel free. Second question, what are the usual fees in order to deposit the funds? Is around everything 2-3%. To be honest, I know that 60 minutes before the call, all the guys, you were testing everything. Do you have any information? What are the fees? This is going to be definitely one of the questions that we will get from our community.
Yeah, usually, honestly, for services like this, like I said, it's a very competitive industry. But, from where we've come to where we are now, I mean, fees used to be insane. I remember paying like 7-8%. So for me to see that it's around 2-3% is amazing. Because, look, convenience always comes at a price. And to pay 2-3% fees for not having to worry about and scraping around to find USDT, it's a no-brainer. So I think 2-3%, especially like with how your strategies and what you guys are providing, 2-3% is like you can recover that in no time.
Okay, final question, Mustafa. What is the next thing that is coming as a product, as a new added value inside of the FinUp platform, and when?
Okay, So the team has been consistently working. I can tell you guys that there's 6 to 9 new things coming. There's not everything that I can define that's coming because some is going to be a surprise. I don't want to, release everything altogether. But like I said, the tokenized assets are coming very soon. We've been talking about this for so long. The tokenized indexes, like all of it basket together, that's coming for sure from our end. And then I believe there are some new strategies that FinUp is bringing, as well as a new academy. Oh, and also one more thing, guys. There is a cool web app, a mobile app coming in. So you don't have to go log into a website, use your browser. It's going to be on a mobile app. I personally, I'm the type of guy, if something doesn't have a mobile app, I'm very reluctant to use because it's not so easy or user friendly, you can say. But when something instantly has a mobile app, you automatically have my loyalty. So that's coming soon for you guys, and that's going to be exactly like the website where it's a one-stop shop. You just go on the mobile app, everything there is there for you. You can do everything that you want on that mobile app, and that's going to be your WeChat of crypto.
Okay, thank you very much, Mustafa. Great job for the on-ramp solution. Let's hope that these 6 to 9 different kind of products are gonna be implemented soon. Next week, I will come with the same question. So next week, for this week, you are fine, but for the next week, we will need to roll out a few dates.
I can already say that our team, my team, and FinUp's team are already in touch. Like I said, like getting even the on-ramp solution, like they were like, we want it ready for the call. And just a few minutes before the call, they had it ready. So I can already say the tokenized stuff, already the teams are in touch and they're testing everything, making sure it's easy. So hopefully by next week, when I come on the call, I should be able to go and show you guys, hey, look, we have this ready for you. So stay tuned. All the official announcements will be done on Telegram. So keep your eyes peeled out and turn your notifications on for Telegram.
Mustafa, thank you very much for joining this call and see you next week.
Thank you so much.
Okay, my dear audience, first of all, I'm very, very happy that on today's call, we have a special guest. I'm sure you are watching the NBA. He's like LeBron James in NBA or Michael Schumacher in F1 or Lewis Hamilton. He's Sven Müller in trading. Sven, thank you very much for joining this call. Very, very happy. I get the notice 25 seconds before you join this call that you are coming. Sven, tell us what the hell is happening in the blockchain, in the crypto space, what is happening with trading, and what are the latest news and updates. Sven, the virtual stage is yours.
Yeah, I hope my internet connection is good. Can you hear me?
You can hear you loud and clear, Sven.
Yeah,
Perfect.
because I have not the best internet, so I hope it stays now. Okay, I want to start first of all with the market, because the market is very unusual for crypto, and I choose Ethereum chart because of course, all is kind of related to Bitcoin, right? So if Bitcoin goes up, crypto market goes up, and so on. But Ethereum gives a bit a better picture if you're looking into altcoins, because we're kind of trading altcoins and so on. But maybe let's look like what happened in the past, right?
Sven, your voice is broken, but you can turn off your camera so you will have a better internet connection.
Try. You can hear me now better?
Yes, now it's fine.
Now better?
Yes.
Okay, I tried to turn off my camera. I hope it's better. Can you see my screen?
Yes.
Then I try to be fast. So as you can see, usually crypto moves in some direction, right? Or if it's not in direction, it's kind of stay flat. But also in this flat, we have some direction, right? So it's a bit like difficult to say. Once there was a call with like a Doyan where he explained we're using ATR. ATR is like average true range. So basically it's like a coefficient in our formulas which we use on the trading side. So if volatility is high, we, for example, move the stop more fast. So basically volatility is high here if price moves up. So basically what happens is that the stop of the take profit of the trading strategies is quite behind the price, but it's fine because price moving strong in one direction. Now we have for a while that price moves strong but stays in a certain range. So we are all in this like 100,000 to 120,000 in Bitcoin range. And here also we had now this like big crash, and it's like overall market condition put us a bit in a difficult situation. Actually, statistically, our strategies are profitable, but we had these big issues on October 10th. Like many, where like whole of the market was wiped out. And let me I switch to my slides. But I wanted to bring you some more detailed information. And this is here. So all our trades are going through some. We have like an engine, and it's make like kind of a monitoring. And basically, what you can see here is during the crash, and actually this one above on the top was before the crash. So basically, what happened is that Binance server was overloaded. But even this one on the top, it was before the crash even happened. So Binance server kind of blocked our software to set orders, to close positions, and so on. And this happened in like many occasions. And that's why we actually made like a quite heavy drawdown instead of a profit. So, and this was due to Binance. Actually, we trying to get a compensation from Binance, but I wanted to show everyone like this because I can say a lot, but here's like basically screenshot. You can see here's down as a strategy, what we take on your accounts, and basically it was blocked. And furthermore, give me 1 second. I need to open another browser. I also have like a test account, which we opened during when we started with your guys, and this test account had the strategies for. So 1 second. It's luckily on a different exchange, this test account, and so you see that like actually last week we kind of losing a bit, but it's still to the strange market condition, but I come to that in one moment. But you can see actually during the crash we made like a huge profit, so profits went up. It was here around like a bit like less than 10%, but we made like a 20-30% profit. But this was on a different exchange where our orders didn't get blocked. So it doesn't help to cry. So I'm not so much emotional in such kind of things. I'm more like a statistic guy, and that's actually what you want. You don't want me to be emotional because like emotional traders, they don't live long. But it's just important to show that like this is all very unfortunate. Due to reason they tried to rob the market. Unfortunately, we survived, but actually, like I'm not so much. The drawdown is not so much of a problem, but that we didn't make the profit because you guys really deserve this profit because you had quite a long of suffering. But this brings me to the actual current setup of the trading. So I prepared another statistic. So if you followed our webinars, you know that we trading quite a lot of strategies. So here's an overview of all different strategies which we trade on your accounts. So all these pictures are strategies which we trade on your accounts. And our engine started to suggest to remove strategies. So we still in this process because it's like they suggested automatically and distribute the risk to the other strategies. As you can see, not all strategies have a problem in the current market and in the last months. Even some strategies performing very well. You see like this AVE model, or other have like a bit of a drawdown, other perform very well. But some strategies started to perform not so good. So we kind of researching these strategies now and wanna remove the losers. And actually, our system is going to do this in the future in an automatic way. If we have then a strategy like this, like IMX USDT swap H1, so H1 means for 1 hour candles, and it starts to perform very bad, we're going to kick out the strategy automatically and then move the money basically on, because we then have more money to trade on all other strategies. So basically we keep only the winning strategies. Actually, all the strategies what we selected here in these portfolios are like long lasting strategies which perform very well over a long period of time, but it has reasons why they stop to perform. Maybe the market change, maybe some other condition, maybe it's now the biggest drawdown so far for the strategies and they perform later. But no matter what, so what is the adjustments? What we're going to do now for the upcoming week and weeks in order to improve the results? It's kind of to kick out the losing ones, as we have like many strategies which we run on the same time. Basically, it's not to change anything. Besides that, we kick out the strategies which cost us money and give the ones which make us good money, also in current market, more allocation of the capital. And in order to further make money, we're going to add additional strategy which we have in our portfolio for a while. We use it actually only internal, and going to add this to your account. Currently, we have to do some tests on the Binance side, because what we're doing on this strategy is kind of, you call it scalping. So maybe you hear in trading about scalping. And scalping is basically if you trade on like 1 second or 1 minute bars and trying to take catch such micro trends. And we're doing this on OKX very well. So we just need to make sure that the Binance APIs are able to handle this. So that's why we're going to test that. And as soon as this is finished, we're going to add this to your account. And I can give you an example. We make with that like around 20% on our own accounts per month. So depending on the risk we set here, we should make like a couple percent, like let's say 2-3% per week in addition to what we do. As well, we're kicking out the losing strategies, and this should improve the performance a lot. And just like why we're testing this on Binance, because we don't want to like something like this happen again, that our orders getting blocked and we not making a profit, or we not making like getting any issue. We also kicked out like the one portfolio which kind of suffered the most from this, because we don't want to like risk rely on the Binance by a couple seconds and minutes, and we're setting directly like a limit order, so it shouldn't be much of an issue. I mean, not depend. So if the system of Binance shut down, we then we run in the worst case in a small stop, which happen anyway 100 times daily, so it shouldn't be much of an issue. So yeah, that's so far what we're working on. And let me go one more time back to the market. So let me switch to Bitcoin actually, because like at the end, Bitcoin is the real thing which you need to look if you want to. I hope you see my chart.
Yes.
Yeah. So if you look into Bitcoin, so there's let's go to weekly chart to zoom out a bit. So there's the risk that we topped. So there's a good risk that we topped, and we had like in October the top of the circle. It would also go along with the cycles of Bitcoin time-wise. There's still a chance that we make a new high, but like it's getting worse and worse. The only good thing is, as more people get like concerned, as better it is. As more people like on Twitter and so on say like, oh, we will be all filthy rich and so on, as worse it is, because market tend to go in the other direction what the crowd thinks. But there's a good chance that we had like a cycle top, and that we going down. So what should actually happen is we're going to test now probably the 100,000 area one more time. and around 101,000 or so is the 50-week moving average. So if we break through the 50-week moving average and we have a weekly close under that, that's probably a good indicator for the bear market. And also, but what you need to consider is that we probably will not just go down like this. We will make like another high, right? So we make maybe like a lower high, go one more time. We go maybe to 100,000 now, and then we go to 120,000 range. So if I had to guess, and then like we will continue to decline, and it can be quite heavy decline. And another issue what we're going to have is that also on the S&P 500, so the 500 biggest American companies, it's look like that we starting to form a top. Maybe we go one more time up, and like American economy has a good chance to run in a recession. This means also globally we're going in a recession, and that means also that the interest rate getting to be lowered. Do you think probably that's a good thing? Because like all crypto people say like, oh, if the Fed decrease the interest rate, like Bitcoin goes up. That happened just for the last year or so. Actually, if the interest rate now getting like lowered and getting lowered faster, that's a sign of panic from the Fed, and it's a sign that we go in a recession. If we go in a recession, companies making less money, so this means like economy goes down, and also all assets go down, including like Bitcoin. So when we're going to crash, and it's like very, very likely that this is going to happen in the upcoming months. But it's not yet decided. So there's a good chance that if we're getting some strength from the market, that we going for a higher high, right? But if you're starting to see now Bitcoin going to test 100,000, and then we make like a lower high. So lower high means like we make a lower high than the high before, right? That we're going into a bear market, right? So it's a very good indicator. So please be careful.
Sven, I have just two questions. Question number one: if the market start to drop, can the owners and the users of the FinUp expect returns? Question number one. And question number two: where do you see Bitcoin if we are going into the bear market? From your knowledge, where do you see the bottom? Bitcoin, 70K, 60K. Can Bitcoin touch 50K or below?
So like in the crash, we didn't make money, but as I explained before, we should have made money. And I think we prepared for that. So if the market declines anyway, slowly, it's good for us, we make money. I will next week explain a bit in detail how the strategies work with a stop loss and so on, that you have a better understanding. And if we crash now, we should also make money now. So we kind of try to eliminate all the risk factors on Binance side that our orders not getting through and so on. So like we will make money in that case. And where I should see Bitcoin, if Bitcoin really crash, it can get really bloody. So it's very difficult to guess, but we have some systemic risk, right? So like there's like a lot of liquidity in institutional side. This means also, institutions, if they need cash, they liquidate. They don't give a fuck, right? So it's not like hodlers who like holding till the bloody end. And of course, there's like a company who holds like a MicroStrategy who holds like a big amount of Bitcoin. If this company collapses and they have to pay back the debts and have to, sell their Bitcoin, it can go fucking low. So, like ideally, if we go to a bear market, we're losing kind of 50% of the high, like we did in the past, right? So the first time when Bitcoin went up to 20,000, we kind of settled at like at 10,000 for a while, right? Then around this level, then when we went first time to 60,000, we settled around 30,000. Then one time we went lower, but so I expect like 60,000 range could be like a good level. But if we go lower, we also can very likely break through 50% and lose kind of 80% of the price. But 60,000 should be a good level.
Sven,
but a lot of
thank you very much.
In the market,
yeah. Right? Sven, it was a pure pleasure. Let's prepare for the next week, maybe how the trading in general works, and maybe we can dive deep into the upcoming bear market. It's important that our clients understands if the prices go slowly up or slowly down, we are making money on the both sides. What your algorithms don't like is this choppy up and down. But even more important, what I can say, I think we can be very, very happy about the situation that happened 10 days ago. Not just that we are survived, but we are slowly recovering, and we are preparing, let's say, slowly for the bear market.
Yes, so first of all, I have to say, I also trade my own money with my own algo. So if you guys suffer, I also suffer, right? But put your money where your mouth is, right? So it's like important. And next time I would go a bit maybe more deeper. If we have like an hour instead of a half, we can go really deep in the strategies, what we're actually doing, like why we stop and so on, and what is the issue, and how things will react on a bear market. So, and we can make a bit more deep dive in a crypto. So if you have like an hour, we can make really a deep webinar.
It's confirmed next week, 1 hour call with Sven Miller. Start to invite everyone. We will dive deep. Sven, it's confirmed. Let's prepare the content. Let's educate our audience, and let's prepare everyone how everyone inside of the FinUp in the bear market, they will make money.
Yeah. Crypto winter bootcamp, we call it, right?
Crypto winter. Ladies and gentlemen, crypto winter is coming. We are prepared. We have all the boots and all the necessary equipment. Sven, thank you very much for joining this call. It was a pleasure, and I can't wait for the call that we will organize next week.
Thank you very much. Have a good day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, Sven. Thank you, Mustafa. My dear audience, what I can say every single day, every single week, I'm surprised about the knowledge and about how deep we are going inside of all these trading strategies. Start to invite everyone. The big things are coming, and even more important, as Mr. Sven said, we are preparing for the winter. And if we are speaking about the crypto language, we are preparing for the bear market, how you will make money. Once again, not a financial advice. I'm not a financial advisor. Our content creators, they are not the financial advisors, but FinUp is the platform when you need to be positioned in the upcoming months. This was everything from my side. Wish you a great day. Wish you a great week. See you on all the meetings in Dubai. Good night.